Hello, I'm Ronnie Franz, and this is my persuasive speech for my audience members. And my speech is about gun control, as I'm sure everyone's heard by now. Last week, on Friday, during the opening premiere for the in Colorado, there was a mass shooting in the theater where a young man took automatic rifle. This is not an automatic rifle, this is an airsoft gun. But took an automatic rifle and several handguns into a theater and opened fire on the audience, wounding 58 and killing 12, I believe. And ever since then, everyone on the media has been talking about how we need new gun laws to prevent this, but this is a very small and unfortunate thing that does happen, but there's not a whole lot you can do to prevent it since they're just the small minority. I've done a little research on what's been going on for the past week about what everyone wants to do with new gun control laws, and what happened in Colorado, it was a travesty, but new gun control laws aren't really going to stop this from happening. President Obama does not really plan on introducing any new gun control laws, and guns have a long history in American culture, and they're in our Constitution, so it's not likely that they're going to be going anywhere in our lifetime. But to start off, this Friday, exactly a week ago, there was a copycat killer that was planning on repeating what happened in Colorado. He had stockpiled 25 guns. He had walked into his place of work and told the employer that I'm the Joker and I'm going to blow everyone up. And most of them were handguns, but he did have some semi-automatic rifles, and he had 40 steel boxes full of ammunition, so he was planning on doing it. This was him telling someone that he was planning on doing it, which they always say that before massacres like this happen, they can tell someone. So his employer thankfully reported him, the police went in, and they took care of it. But it just goes to show you that there are crazy people out there that do kind of ruin it for everyone else and give guns a little bit of a bad name. But there's not a whole lot we can do to stop criminals, because introducing a new gun law, how often do criminals actually follow or do what the law says in the first place? So it mostly will affect just regular everyday citizens in their Second Amendment right to bear arms. And from Good Morning America, that was where I got the information from the possible copycat shooting. And from CNN, gun control laws wouldn't do anything but to hamper the average person's Second Amendment right. Today, more activists are calling to petition against, allowing such dangerous people to get guns in their hands, but there's not a whole lot you can do. This is why Barack Obama doesn't plan on introducing new gun laws, because he knows, one, it's kind of unpopular to get rid of guns completely. The NRA is a big party, apparently. It's got a lot of political sway, it has a lot of money, and can swing a lot of votes in key swing states, so he doesn't want to jeopardize his presidential campaign coming up. Plus, with the House and Senate being divided, he probably couldn't get a new gun law passed anyway, so he's going to take the high road and try to do some small reforms with the current gun laws to mostly keep people happy, but there's not a whole lot he can do because it's a small minority that kind of fudges it up for everyone else. And that was from MSNBC's point for what Barack Obama's official political statements were. And from the Washington Post, guns do have a small part in everyday Americans' life. Guns are used 2.5 million times every year for self-protection, for self-defense, and in almost all those cases, the guns are never fired, and they're just basically shown that, hey, I have a gun, don't mess with me, just leave me alone. This is for my protection. And nearly of those 2.5 million cases, almost all of them, they're just handguns. They're not some redneck guy on his porch carrying around a combat rifle, trying to shoot people trespassing on his property. And guns are used 60 times more often to protect the lives of law-abiding citizens than they are to take the life. And out of the United States being a population of 300 million people, 1 in 100 people every year will use a gun in order to protect themselves in some case. And because we don't have as many gun control rights as some other countries do, such as the United Kingdom, we have significantly lower robbery, break-in rates than other countries do. Actually, 3.5 times lower percentage rate than most European nations. And U.S. citizens are twice as likely, or shoot twice as many criminals each year as the police actually do. So these are like times that everyday times that guns are being used for self-defense. It is against actual criminals. It's not civilian-on-civilian shooting, and that's why these small instances like in Colorado, they get so much public attention. And overall, gun ownership is declining. It's only about 30% of the United States population actually owns a gun at this time. But what happened in Colorado was, a terrible thing. There's just random people out there that, unfortunately, it does happen. It's a copycat killer. There's not a whole lot that the government can do. That's why President Barack Obama is not going to put any gun laws in. And changing it would just impact the common person more than anyone else. And guns have their place in America. We've always had them, so it's not likely that we're going to have any change. And guns are meant to protect, not to kill. And this is my audience member once again.